If you've ever gotten one of these emails and have wondered what on earth ANUSA is, this video is for you.
ANUSA stands for the ANU Students Association and is the peak representative body for ANU undergraduates.
They can help you out if you've been accused of academic misconduct or are looking for emergency accommodation, and they also provide things like emergency grants and free legal advice. ANUSA also plays a strong role in student advocacy. They've previously campaigned for climate action, against CAS course cuts, and for hybrid learning options for students with disabilities. Advocacy is often led by ANUSA departments, which are autonomous collectives that represent key student demographics, such as the Women's Department and International Students Department. They also run the Brian Kenyon Student Space in Cambridge, which is a space for students that offers free breakfast from Monday to Friday, free food and kitchenette facilities and groceries.
In terms of elected members, there are 7 members of the executive, and these are the President, the Vice President, the Treasurer, the General Secretary, and the 3 officers, which are the Education, Welfare and Clubs officers. There are also 2 representatives per academic college, 14 general representatives, and 7 department officers, and these are the Women, BIPOC, Queer, International, Indigenous, Disabilities and Environment officers. The President represents undergraduates in ANU committees like the Academic Board and University Research Committee. They also represent ANUSA to the university and to the broader community, such as through the media. Presidents are also typically elected as the undergraduate member on ANU Council, which is a separate position up for election.
This position allows an undergraduate student to sit on a group of 15 representatives responsible for the strategic oversight of the university. In the past, the council has consulted on decisions like the Cambridge redevelopment and the university's response to the NSSS survey.
The Vice President serves a similar role to the President but focuses on areas of educational access and the implementation of ANUSA programs. This year, the Vice President has focused on revitalising the BKSS and anti-racism training. The Treasurer manages ANUSA's finances. With an annual budget of $2.4 million, ANUSA's Treasurer is responsible for passing motions which allocate how this money is being spent, and they also inform the student body on how your SAF fee is being spent. The General Secretary is responsible for governance and regulation. They enforce and interpret the ANUSA Constitution and publish ANUSA meeting minutes and public statements. The Education Officer is the leader of ANUSA's education advocacy and activism.
They convene the Education Committee, which is composed of students, and recently led the campaign against course cuts. The Clubs Officer organises O-Week and Bush Week events while also working with ANU clubs and societies to provide social opportunities for students. The Clubs Officer is also responsible for events such as the Friday Night Party and Market Day.
The Welfare Officer oversees advocacy of student welfare issues and welfare-related policy. This year, the Welfare Officer has overseen student grants and assistance, the Mutual Aid Pantry, and events like Less Stressful and an introduction to Abolition Reading Group. And finally, while not members of the executive, general representatives advocate for a range of causes, with one Gen Rep being elected on the basis of starting a dog shelter on campus. Baroni will be publishing more Stew Poll content as the election progresses. Stay tuned for more.